Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? Welcome back. Been a little while. I think my last video was before Christmas. I was hoping to get out on a wild camp between then and Christmas, but unfortunately didn't make it. Anyway, I'm going out today. It's not a wild camp, unfortunately. It's just going to be a day in the woods. I finished work this morning, so I'm just going to go out for a few hours in the woods, just chill out. I'll be bringing you a review of some new bit of kit I got. And we'll be going through a story on the paranormal, because the last one I did on the Pen Turkey incident in my previous video received quite good reviews, so I'm going to do another one today as well. So anyway, I'm in the car. I'm about to get going, so I will bring you back when we get to the woods. Okay, see you in a bit. Out in the woods, simple setup today. Got my 3x3 multi-cam tarp and a lean-to configuration. I've come to the Spylog, but I've come a lot further in than what I've ever done before. I was thinking of trying to build a camp up here, but I don't think so. On the way up I noticed a lot of paths have opened up for cycles. Obviously you go up the top and screen down, so I think I have to look elsewhere to start building another camp. Anyway, let's get on. Let's do what we came here to do. I did say I was going to do a quick review, so here we go. Yugoslavian Army Mess Kit. You can tell by the heavy canvas pouch, quite old. I fancied one for a while. I was looking on eBay, places like that, for one, and prices vary. Mine was, I think, £8, so that's not too bad really, considering I've seen some on there for £25, even up to 30. So if you do want one, guys, Yugoslavian Mess Kit, shop around. Anyway, back to it. Nice thick canvas pouch. I've watched a couple of videos where people have said this pouch itself can be used as a water filter. Now, I've not actually looked into that myself, but I've been told you can. I will have to look into that to see it for myself. But hey ho, you never know. Anyway, let's open up. It doesn't come with this. I'll come to that in a minute, as it doesn't come with that either. But here we go. Right. KFS set, knife, fork and spoon, all clips together. You've got a bottle opener and tin opener on the knife. Quite sturdy as well, believe it or not. Nice fork and a nice spoon. They all fit together, so you're clattering around your pack or what have you. I will say it is quite pretty heavy, but it's okay. It's manageable. This is right. Here we go. Nice metal clip, pull over the top. Voila. A couple of videos I watched. This apparently is for the salad. Really? Okay. Outside the tank did a video and he was saying they used to use these for like coffee or tea. Really? I wouldn't. Personally, I wouldn't. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, water bottle. Got a water bottle, guys. Today filled up with water. Drop this. Nice thick, plasticky I'm assuming that's Serbo-Croat, right, and I ain't got a clue what that means. Yeah, as I said, nice thick, sturdy plastic. Like a lot of military water bottles, they're pretty much bomb-proof. You can throw them under a tank. Not literally, before anyone says anything, but you can, they take a battering, and like all others, this is what looks like it could take a battering too. Right, here you go. Now, apparently, just to go like that in the mess. Hot food one side, your cold food, or rice the other, or one side food, the other side your liquid. It's quite a sturdy setup, to be honest, and I do like it. And I can see me using it a lot more. Using this as a cup, to be honest. The only downside to it, this is, there's no actual handle, but hey, you can't have everything. But yeah, we'll be using it to cook today. I brought some sausage and beans from Asda with me. I'm going to do it in there, see what it's like. And have a nice brew in there, or bruiser, plural. But yeah, definitely worth it guys, worth the investment I think. I do like it. Right, paid £7 for that lid, because it doesn't come with a lid, unfortunately. Obviously you can either make your own, or do what I did, I'm useless at DIY, buy one off eBay. And your liquid will cook a lot quicker. There you go guys, it's Yugoslavian Army Mess Kit. Well worth it. Right, I'm going to get this on the go because I am gasping for a brew. So guys, I will bring you back in 2 shakes of a donkey's doodah. There we go guys, boiling the brew. Well, boiling water for a brew rather. I actually haven't used this stove, oh god. Last time I used this stove was just before lockdown, the first lockdown came into effect, when I did a 2-nighter in 2 different locations up the northeast. One at Codbeck and what was the other one? We met up with the Mackhams. Towlow, I think it's called. I don't know. Can't remember now, but yeah, that's the last time I used this, so I wanted to bring that out today. And got my shield up just in case. There's no wind to speak of really, but you know. So it seems to be doing all right. Can't wait to have a brew. I'm absolutely gasping now. I'll bring you back in a bit, guys. Cheers. Hey guys, well back. Got myself a brew. Yeah. Memo: when using the plastic bit of this Yugoslav Mess Kit, for a drink, wear gloves, because it's bloody hot. Excuse the sizzling, that's just the stove with the embers going away. Last time I did a video, I talked about the Penturk incident which happened in these very woods further down, and I had a lot of good reviews off that. So to all those who messaged me and spoke to me about it and commented on my previous video, thank you. As I always say guys, I'm not an expert in any field. I just have a varied interest in a lot of subjects, paranormal being one of them. I'm not an expert in it, please don't think I am. What I did with the Penturk incident, I did a bit of research, watched a few videos, and then compiled my own notes together. So obviously, if you want to if I ever talk about something, you want to research it, please feel free. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Anyway, today, what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about when I worked in security about 7 years ago. I was working at a fire station here in South Wales. Now the reason I was at the fire station was because in the rear drill yard there was about a dozen to 15 fire appliances, or if you're watching in America, fire trucks, stored there. And we were there obviously to keep the little kids at bay, make sure nothing happened to them, blah blah blah, happy days. Now this station was quite old. First morning I got there, the company I was with at the time had started on the Friday evening, and my first shift was a Saturday morning, a day shift. So I got there for about 6:30, due to start at 7 o'clock. The guard on the night before, met me at the door, had a chat, because I knew him from previous jobs. And he showed me around the fire station where the washroom was, the appliance bay, showers, blah 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 blah. Met them where we were sat, stationed, in the mess room upstairs on the first floor. So he showed me around and he said, right, see you tonight, Doc. Yep, no problem, mate. Catch you later. Ta-da. Off he popped. Now, this station, I will say, was not like what you would think in your head as a normal fire station. This was a retained station. Retained means here in the UK that the firefighters are alerted to a call, an emergency call, via an alerter or pager, and then they have to get to the station within 5 minutes. So that's why there was no firefighters on duty. Anyway, I was sat there, did a couple of patrols. About 9:30, 9:45, one of the firefighters stationed there came in. He said, "Oh, hiya, mate, you security guard, are you?" He said, "Yeah." "Oh, have you seen the ghost yet?" I was like, "Yeah, all right, mate. Yeah, whatever." Thinking, yeah, okay. Yeah, let's wind up the dumb security guard, shall we? Let's have a prank at the security guard's expense. So I let it go, and he said, "Oh, I'm just going to get some stuff and I'll be on my way." I said, "Aye, all right, mate. Yeah, no worries." He left. I think I was watching Formula 1 qualifying. I went back to watching that. Went on a patrol again, made myself a brew, and another firefighter showed up, and he came bounding up the stairs before he could even get downstairs. "Hiya, buddy, you're security guard, are you?" "Yeah, yeah." "Hiya, mate, yeah, all right, yeah, cool. Everything right?" "Yeah, all good." "Seen the ghost yet?" And I was like, "Yeah, mate, I called the Ghostbusters in a minute." He went, "No, mate." And he said, deadpan face, straight as you like, "This place is haunted." He said, "You'll find out." All right. "Aye, all right then." And I know firefighters from old. I know that they're the king and queens of wind-up. I say queens for the female firefighters, before anyone says anything, because I'm saying something politically incorrect. Anyway, we're going to go down that road. I think he went to the gym for half an hour or so and left. And I'm walking around doing my patrols, and I'm thinking, something's not right. There was something in my head at the time, and I couldn't pinpoint it, but it was saying to me that I needed to dig deeper into these ghost stories. So, excuse me. Oh, that's not bad. Anyway, yeah. I had to dig deeper into these ghost stories. So I was sat there thinking, right, next time somebody comes in, I'm going to not grab them, but I've got to try and start finding out what's going on. You know, if this is going to be a big wind-up, or they're going to jump out and scare me one day or something, or whatever. So, anyway, early afternoon, about 1:30, I was looking at the first floor window over the forecourt, and a car pulls in. The guy gets out, white shirt, black tie, black epaulets with white pips, indicating he held a rank. I thought, oh, right. So I went downstairs to introduce myself. As he came, I got downstairs literally as he came through the front door. He went, "Hello, Sam." "Hi, mate. Yeah, security." "Yeah." "All right, good. Thank you for coming. No problem." And he said, "Seen the ghost yet?" And I was like, "Are you serious, or is this just one holy wind-up?" He went, "No." He went, this place is really haunted." And I went, "Oh." And he did say, like the second firefighter I met, he said it with a deadpan face. Okay. And he looked at me, he obviously could see me thinking things over. He went, "Look, mate," he said, "if I didn't have somewhere to be, I'd sit down and talk to you about it, but I got to be somewhere." So he did what he had to do and he shot off. And I thought, right, I've got to get some answers now. I've really got to get some answers. So the first firefighter I met that day came back that afternoon. I saw him walking across the road towards the fire station. I was like, aha, I'm going to get some answers. So I filled up the kettle, put the kettle on. He came into the station, came up the stairs, and I went, "Hi mate, just put the kettle on, do you fancy a cuppa?" He went, "Ah yeah, no problem. I'll go and grab my stuff and I'll join you." Right, no problem. Made 2 cups of tea. I sat down at the table in the mess. I said, "Come on, for real, what's happening here at this station?" And he said, "Well, I've been here," I think at the time he'd been there 12 years, I think, something like that. And he said, "It's haunted. Very." What it was, that fire station was built on the pit head of Abercarn Colliery. And on September the 11th, 1878, an explosion ripped through the mine, killing 268 men and boys. About 90 were rescued, I believe, something like that. And what they had to do, because of the fires underground, they had to flood the pit, divert the canal and flood the pit. And it's believed that a number of miners actually died from drowning. Obviously, that can't really be proven. But when they started to excavate the pit about 18 months, 2 years later, they actually found bodies entombed in the mud and slurry down there. Many were never ever found as well, sadly. And years ago, when the fire station first opened, it was full time. So it had beds and dormitories there. And then it went to day manning. Now, day manning means Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, or 9 till 6 rather, is manned by firefighters. After those hours and on the weekend, it's retained, calling by alerter. Anyway, one of the guys started there, and he used to travel from Swansea. You know, Swansea to Abercarn is a fair old trek. And he wanted permission to stay there to save him travelling back and forth. So he got permission, yep, no problem. First night he was there, fell asleep about 10:30. Knock, knock, knock on his door, on the bed, on the room door. He went, "Yeah, come in." Nothing. "Ah, it must have been a dream." Knock, 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 knock on the door. He gets up, throws open the door, expecting it's the firefighters there playing a prank on him. Nothing. They search the station, nothing. So he goes back to the room, shuts the door, gets into bed, bang, 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 bang on the door, opens it, no one. He grabbed all his bedding and spent the night in the car. He refused then to spend any more time in that fire station. He bought himself, I believe, a VW camper and stayed in that while he was stationed up there at Abercarn. And another time, after he'd been turned to a retained station, a senior officer came in one weekend and was doing some paperwork in the watch room. And he heard a car screech into the rear yard. He looked out the window, and another firefighter and his wife got out, and they were having a blazing row. So he thought, this officer thought, "Sod that, I'm not getting involved," type of thing. And all of a sudden, you hear a scream, and you go, "Oh my God, what's happened?" So he raced out to the rear yard. The woman's on the floor sobbing her heart out in hysterics. The husband's trying to comfort her, wondering what the hell's gone on. So both firefighters bring her into the watch room. "What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?" While they were just having a Barney Rubble trouble argument, she looked up past her husband, and behind her husband, in one of the windows, were just a head which just vanished. During adverse weather conditions, snow, ice, the fire control will contact the on-call firefighters and request that they go to the station and stay there. So that way then they don't risk crashing en route to the station when there's a call. So what the guys will do, they bring in camp beds, duvets, pillows, blah blah blah. But they will all sleep in one room. They will not spread out throughout the fire station. And they'll hear banging, and then they'll start arguing. "Right, you go and investigate." "No, you go." "No, you go." "Come on." "No, you go." And they'll start arguing about it. Now that strikes me as strange, because then they run into burning buildings, but they won't go and walk around the fire station. He also said something else to me, that during the night time, if they get called out, they'll always walk towards the station with their heads down. Now, I noticed this later on when I was there, that because it was winter when I was there, darker evenings obviously, and darker mornings, if they had a call around in those hours, they always walk to the station heads down. I noticed that myself. So I was like, I listened, and I was taken aback, obviously interested as well, because I hold an interest in the paranormal. So he left me, and I was sat there pondering things and thinking things over, as you do. And a few hours went by, and my relief came in, and I told him what had happened, and he just laughed at me. Yeah, there's no such bloody thing as ghosts, don't be so daft. Well, alright, I'm only saying what they told me. Nah. Anyway, a couple of days went by, and I rocked up there 6:30 one morning, and this guy stood outside by the front door. Now, whatever that is. I was thinking, no, I must have had a cigarette. I literally stopped the car. I hadn't switched off the engine and pulled up the handbrake. And he had my door open. Come in, quick. I grabbed my stuff, switched off the car, went inside. What's the problem? And he took me up to the mess room. Now, where we were, if you imagine looking down, you know, the mess room were there, with a kitchen, a bar area, yes, a bar, because back in the day, in the 70s, in the UK, they used to have bars for the firefighters on a night shift. And then they had another room which overlooked the forecourt. Now he was in that room overlooking the forecourt in the early hours. And obviously, like you know yourself, if you're looking out in the dark and the room is lit behind, and it's lit behind you, yeah, the reflection of the room will be in the window. He saw 3 figures walking behind him. Now, for somebody who said only a matter of days before that he didn't believe it, and then he's talking like that, wow. So, okay. Another time, I began my patrol, did checks, went back upstairs, had a cup of tea. Went back downstairs, all the appliance bay doors were open and all the lights were on. They were all off earlier on. I know that for a fact. So I shut them all, switched off the lights. Hour or so later, all the lights back on again. I heard banging up there. I've checked the station, nothing. One time I was on the phone to a friend of mine, and I was actually explaining about what had happened up there with the paranormal experiences, etc. And I saw something literally right by there, out of the corner of my eye. Turn, gone. As you come up the stairs in that station, there was a door. Now, no matter how hard you slammed it, or you went, shut it quietly, it would all bang, bang, bang. No matter what, it would always do that. I guess it had a loose hinge or something, I don't bloody know. Anyway, I was in the mess room one day, and I heard that door go. I got up to see who it was. No one there. There was another time, all the lights were switched off. When my colleague was on, I think he was dozing in the middle of the night, and he woke up to find himself in complete darkness. That is one station I'll never forget working at, believe me. I would love to hold an investigation there, but as it's still an active fire station, I think that's highly unlikely, sadly. But yeah, I'll never forget working there. If you want to look it up, Abercarn colliery disaster. You can read all about it. There's nothing about the ghosts. I think you'd have to go to the fire station itself to find that one out. But yeah, Abercarn colliery disaster. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy listening to that little story. Again, if it receives good reviews, I'll do another one on my next video or whenever. Anyway, guys, speak to you in a bit. Hey guys, right, well, That's me all packed up. I do apologise, not a long one today. I finished the night shift this morning, but I wanted to come out into the woods. I've been promising myself to come out for a couple of weeks now, and it just hasn't happened for one reason or another. It just hasn't happened. So, yeah, I wanted to come out today. For, you know, just to chill out, get my head straight a little bit. Sorry I'm a bit wonky with the camera. I got a new tripod for Christmas. My first time using it. It's a lot heavier than my other one, but it's a lot bigger as well. So, off my brother and sister. Thank you guys. But yeah, packed all away now. I think what I've got to start doing is getting further off the beaten track and getting deeper into the woods. So that's my next project. Well, project. Yeah, I suppose you could call it a project. I've seen some woods I do want to recce for future camps. So I'm hoping to do that maybe next week. Fingers crossed. I'll be getting out next week to recce those woods. They're not nowhere near this mine. Look, they're further up the valleys. I've never been in those woods, so I've seen them. I've driven past them a few times, but never been in them. So I do want to get out for that. So I'll probably do that. Hopefully next week. Fingers crossed. Bring you guys another video. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think. If you still want me to keep on talking about the paranormal, pop it downstairs in the comments or message me. Either way. Anyway, thanks for the support, guys, and I will catch you soon. Take care. See ya.